Hi guys, how you all doing? August Alsina. By now you all have seen it, you've heard about it. August Alsina has come out and talked about his affair, his relationship with Jada Pinkett-Smith, and it's kind of all over the place. And I just thought it would be important for us to go ahead and talk about it from a different perspective. Hi guys, I'm Dr.D-Nice, Beaujolin, serving you pop culture seasoned with wellness and wisdom. While you're here, don't forget to follow me on Instagram, where I do daily wellness tips in my Instagram stories, and of course daily tips on wellness in my posts, just trying to help everybody's body to be better, their mind to be clear, get your mind right and your body tight. Yeah, so head over to Instagram and follow me. And in the meantime, let's get in with the story. So August Alsina, just a very, very handsome guy. That cannot be denied. Very well spoken, very deep, you can just tell he really thinks deeply about life. Anytime you hear him speak, you know his words, he's choosing them carefully. He wants to really make sure that people understand what he's trying to say. And guess what? That just makes an amazing songwriter. And that's what he is. He is an R&B singer. In 2014, when he came on the scene, of course he was around a little bit before then, but when he really blew up, that year he got Artist of the Year at the BET Awards. Just really just overall, no. He got Best New Artist, which is kind of the same thing, isn't it? Artist of the Year, Best New Artist. Anyway, he got Best New Artist 2014, and his song, I Love This Ish, you all have heard of it. Anyway, when we go back and look at his life, he had it tough, even up until and even slightly after this coming onto the scene, this getting Best New Artist at the BET Awards. Let's see, he was born in New Orleans. He really didn't have a relationship with his biological father, who actually was a crack addict. His dad was a gifted artist, according to a couple of the interviews that we saw. And he just really fell into some hard times, became a crack addict, and he didn't really have a relationship with his son, August. And August Alsina is actually a junior. His dad has the same exact name as him. Anyway, they did not have a relationship, and he later subsequently died. His father did. His mother, her and August had a very difficult relationship when they were, especially when he was younger. And the reason I say it like in a questioning way, when you see him talk about her, he handles her so delicately. I mean, this is a guy, he understands that, people can only meet you where they are. They can't give you anything more than they actually have or have had. And so because of that, he's very understanding or forgiving of how people have behaved, especially in the past. So his relationship with her was strained growing up, but you can tell that they are working towards just having a great relationship. Anyway, his mother married another man who happened to be a crack addict too. And so his stepdad was a crack addict. This is an environment that that August grew up in, or Aug, as his close friends call him. And maybe I'm a close friend. I don't know. No, I'm not. But Aug. We're going to call him Aug. I like that. Anyway, so stepdad was a crack addict. Strained relationship with his mom. His brother, who was really close to, ended up being killed by gun violence, and his brother had three little girls, and his brother's wife or girlfriend subsequently died of cancer, and August decided to adopt, well, take on the father role of these three little girls. So now he has three young girls as children. He lost his vision, August did, in his left eye and barely had vision in his right eye. I had to have surgery to correct this. He fell off the stage during a performance at the height of his career, and he ended up injuring himself and subsequently ended up being addicted to pain pills as a result of the treatment that he was receiving for his injury when he fell. And of course, the usual R&B star, women, weed, and alcohol, all of that was going on too anyway. And then after that, he developed Gillian Bray, and that's a weird term. Some of y'all may not be even familiar with it. And even me as a physician for over 20 years, I take care of adults, internal medicine, and even throughout my training, throughout my career, working outside of the hospital, I have only taken care of one patient with Gillian Bray in the hospital. It's just not something that comes up very common. If you're a neurologist, you may end up seeing more cases than the rest of us, more general practitioners like I am. But it is very rare. Anyway, he ended up with, August ended up with Gillian Bray, as you had to learn how to he had to learn how to walk again from this. He had some liver disease too. I didn't really, anyway, he had some liver issues also. And going back, Guillain-Barré is like an autoimmune disease where your body attacks the nerves and especially your legs. And it's a whole different thing altogether, and we won't go much into it. But he was seriously ill for a while there. Somewhere in all that history, and I don't exactly know the timeline, it's somewhere before his sister-in-law died in 2018, he had this relationship with Jada Pinkett-Smith. And the reason why I know it's around 2018, because it was his sister's death, his sister-in-law's death, that caused him to say, you know what, this relationship, it has to end. Somewhere in there, he found love, though. And we found all of this out recently with his interview with Angela Yee. She's from The Breakfast Club, with Charlamagne the God and DJ Envy. But she had an interview with him by himself where he went in depth about not just the relationship, but his entire life and how he's handled the different things and the different circumstances he was exposed to over the years. Really, really intelligent guy. I like him. I'll be honest. I've been following him on Instagram for years because one of my young friends, she really loves him. And I follow everybody she loves because she picks people really good. And I've been following him. And anytime I see him post things, he'd usually post the usual R&B singer, hot babe type stuff. But definitely he would always just be really deep with some of the things he will say. But, I've been following him for years. I didn't know all this. And apparently the whole world didn't either because it dropped like a bombshell. Well, no. People suspected it in one of the songs that he talked about. And I'm not even going to get into the details of that because I don't remember what it was all about. But people suspected it based on something he said or did or quoted before. That's not what we're going to talk about today. We are going to spend some time to look at this whole thing and understand what do you need to do if you find yourself attracted to a married man or a man that is in a relationship with a girlfriend, or if you find yourself attracted to a married woman or a woman that's already in a relationship with a boyfriend. We're going to talk about what you need to do. Are you ready? Leg out. The first thing really is don't do it. Just do not go there. I know people say you fall in love, you got swept away, all those just marvelous, fantastical things that you just had no choice but to be with this person. There is choice in love. There is. I'm a married woman. I've been married for 15, 16, a long time, 15 years. And even before that, I had relationships. And look, I understand. I had some relationships that I should not have been in. But there is always a choice. There's always a point in that relationship where you're just like, no. So what I'm trying to say is, the first thing, do not get in there to begin it. We've talked about your core values. Add it to your core values. Whatever your name is, will not get involved with a married person or a person that's in a relationship with somebody else. I will not. Add it in there. I'm waiting. Go get your notebook and add it in. Did you do it? Okay, fine. You didn't do it. Now you've fallen into the situation. 3 things are going to happen. Let's talk about those 3 things. 1 is you're going to be a forever side dude or side chick. 2, you are going to break up, and you're going to break up hard. Or you get them. Those are the 3 things that's going to happen. And we're going to talk about each one and the minuses and the minuses about them. Because truthfully, they ain't no pluses. I mean, there are pluses there if you can dig real deep. I guess there's always a plus to things. You can always find a plus if you need to. Listen, there's more negatives. And let's get into it. 1, always the forever side chick or side dude. You're in this relationship with somebody that's in a relationship with somebody else, be it married, be it committed to a girlfriend, whatever it is, they're in a relationship with somebody else and they are committed to that relationship and they're not leaving. You have assumed the role as side dude or side chick. And that is the situation that August found himself in, because I don't know anything about Will and Jada's relationship. There's always been rumors about them having an open relationship. And from the interview, August said that Will gave him his blessing. I don't know. I don't even know the extent of August and Jada's relationship. Maybe it was just a deep, heartfelt thing, and there was nothing sexual. There was nothing romantic about it. Maybe it was more just built from the tragedy and the experiences that he had before. Sometimes just having a deep connection with another person, and it doesn't really involve all those things that we think about in romantic love. I mean, I've been in a relationship with that before, and I know it's all together possible. You can still have that deep connection and yearning for the person, and there's really not a physical thing, but it feels like such a relationship that pulls on you, that demands all of you, similar to any other relationship. So who knows? Maybe that's the kind of relationship they had. I don't know. Either way, he was a side dude, and Jada and Will, were not going to be broken up. And if you find yourself as a side dude or side chick, it's like you're on the side. Who wants to be on the side? You don't deserve that. You need to be numero uno. You need to be the one that the person wants and feels for. And that side, we've seen it, what it comes with. It comes with empty promises. You see it on TV. It comes with empty promises. It comes with heartbreak and heartache, because you're having to share this person's time, and you know that they're with somebody and they're not even thinking about you. And sometimes it even happens on a subconscious level. Don't do that to yourself, guys. Listen. Side chick, side dude life. You have people out there making it seem like, oh, I'm the one with the plane and the train and the automobile and the clothes and the this, and I don't have to deal with that drama. He can go on home to his wife or whatever. No. those women, those men that are talking all that mess, they are not showing you the pain that they are feeling when they are by themselves and they know this person that they love and care for, this person that they've hopped in a relationship with, is out there with somebody else. Don't be fooled. So that's the forever side chick, side dude life. It's not pretty. It's just a life of what is he doing, what is she doing, and with who. Then there is the you got them. They have left. They have beat all the statistics and they have left their wife or their husband or their girlfriend or their boyfriend. They have left them and they have come to you. Hallelujah. Thank you, Jesus. You have won. Or have you? You know, they say the same way you got them is the same way you can lose them. And that will probably, more than likely, be ringing in your head every time. Anytime you can't get them on the phone, did he find another woman? Anytime they don't come home at the right time, did she find someone else? Or did she go back with her ex that I took her from to begin with? These are, I mean, it's a human thing. You are going to worry about that. It's going to probably take lots of therapy and talking and working things out to not get past that. It is what it is. So you got them, and now you're in this thing where the trust in the relationship, one of the most important things for a relationship, the trust, is really not there because the foundation of what you all started with is kind of rocky. Is it impossible to get past? I don't know. I guess I've seen it before. Maybe. I don't know. Y'all let me know in the comment section below if there are examples where you see it worked out when they left their ex for the other person. And you may see pictures of how it works out, but you're not living in that house with them. You are not living in the house with them. Trust me. I mean, I end up seeing a lot and hearing a lot as a physician. I get deep into people's lives and what people show you out there. Anyway, that we're getting off. Third, you all break up. You break up. And honestly, that truly is the best option. That really is. And, you know, maybe you break up with the hopes that they end, if it's a girlfriend-boyfriend situation, that you all find each other later on down the road. Or if it's a husband-wife situation, they end up divorcing, or God forbid, end up a widow or a widower, and you can end up with them later. Maybe you all end a relationship with the hopes that something like that happens. I don't know. But I'm telling you, once your heart is involved with this person, especially if they belonged to someone else, for some reason it seems harder to let go, to end that relationship. Because guess what? When you've been with somebody, and what has happened is during this relationship, chances are your friends and your family are not aware of that relationship, or they just didn't approve of it altogether. So you just don't have the support that you would usually need and help that you would usually use to kind of go through a breakup. That support is really not going to be there as much. And then think about the things that you sacrificed for this relationship, because this relationship was kind of on the down low, kind of hiding, and you may have sacrificed some things for that relationship, and now you're going to have to end up building yourself back up, building your self-esteem, building your self-worth back up to say that, you know what, I'm good enough to have somebody that just belongs to me. There's a lot that you've sacrificed for that relationship. There was a whole lot of rationalization that occurred for you to stay in that relationship, and you're going to have to overcome all of that after the relationship ends, to end the relationship. And sometimes it is going to take a tragedy, something to shake your brain and rock your world. Kind of like with August, when his sister-in-law died, he was just like, this is it. This relationship is not doing it for me anymore. And I have to end it. I have to end the relationship. And so maybe it's going to take something really dramatic to end it. So maybe it even needs to take moving to a different part of the country, different part of the world, if you have that luxury, if you're not at home living with your parents, them still, or something, and removing contacts from your phone, transferring schools, whatever. Just understand that the breakup will not be as easy as you think. And like I said, most of it is because of the support system that you usually have in place to end relationships. A lot of that is not going to be there just because of what the nature of that relationship, because it was kind of taboo to begin with. Look, guys, good luck on your relationships. They're not easy, but remember, you do have a choice in love. You really do. And use it. Use that choice. Make sure you have in your core values that people that got a girlfriend, people that got a boyfriend, people got a husband, people that got a wife, they are off limits. Leave them alone. Let them figure out their issues on their own. Your job is not to rescue them. Your job is not to pacify their itch. Your job is not to be there for this person. They need to figure out their issues on your own without involving you and adding to the issues of your own life. When we look at August, he had his issues already. He did not need this on top of it. And I mean, we could go into depth about how he went into the relationship. I touched on it a little bit. But you know what? Look, guys, love is a choice. Make sure on your core values that having somebody else's person is not, is on it, that it's not what you do. That is not your thing. There are other things that can be your thing, but this one is not it. All right. See you next week, and let me know in the comment section below what you thought. Did you know about it? Do you know about Gillian Bray? Do you have some questions about that? Do you have some health and wellness questions? If you do, you can head over to my Instagram and shoot me a DM. I will answer them for you. Remember, I got you. Peace and love. Can't forget love. All right. Bye-bye.